All right, guys, good morning. Dragonheir Silent Gods. We're going to do the Chief Challenges today on my live account. We have not done this yet, and one of these Chief Challenges are acting very different than they did on the test server as far as what the ultimate, where it's hitting the ultimate, and it's this poison one where it takes damage from lightning. So we're going to start off with this one first. If you're not playing Dragonheir Silent Gods, download it with the link down below or download it from Steam. You can play it on your mobile device. Jump back and forth between all of them. We have a Dungeons & Dragons collaboration coming up very, very soon, so make sure you start playing because everybody can take advantage of that. And we have a brand new Starlight Dice event starting on March the 30th. I did a video for this on my YouTube channel. You can check it out there. But basically, these dice right here, Starlight Dice, have never had a chance to get a legendary hero. And now, starting April the 30th, we're going to have a 0.2% chance. That means 1 out of every 500 you should get a legendary hero. And we get a lot of these. A lot. Throughout the season, you get, I don't know, maybe 1,000? I'd have to count it up, but it's so many that I really have no clue how many it actually is. But each season, you're going to get enough to get a few legendary heroes. So this new change is really cool. I can't wait for it to happen. And we'll do summons for it on my YouTube channel, of course. What's up, Midnight? How you doing today? So come and join us. Join us in Discord too. Discord is down below as well. They pushed that back. No, they're actually going live with the Starlight Dice event on April the 30th, but the mid-anniversary event they were going to have, like a whole bunch of different events that we never had a clue what they are going to be pushed back until the middle of May. But we never knew what those were anyways. The Starlight Dice to get legendary from them on April the 30th has nothing to do with the mid-anniversary event. I keep wanting to say mid-season, but it's not a mid-season, it's a mid-anniversary. So the mid-anniversary event, we really have no details about. They said they'll give us details about that a week before it happens. And I'm sure it's going to be a whole bunch of cool, fun stuff, right? Season 3 is supposed to be the season that has all the best rewards. So it's going to be, I'm sure it's going to be a lot. They've been doing a lot of stuff on Discord to get people active with doing things with inside the game, like the vulture racing and a whole bunch of other things that they've got over here to try to get people to, you know, be active and have some fun and get additional worm arrow. But the mid-anniversary event should be pretty big. So middle of next month is when that will all go down, is what they've told us. But April the 30th, we still got the Starlight Dice happening, and that's going to be for all time, right? Once that starts, the 0.2% chance to get a legendary from Starlight, that's for forever. So let's get that in as quickly as possible so we can at least open up our dice. I've got 260 right there. We're all going to get 100 additional Starlight once the event starts on the 30th. So I want to get some more legendaries, right? We can't complain with that. Yo, OP Gamer, how you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hope everybody's having a wonderful week. Let's knock out these 2 commissions, and then let's jump over to that one chief challenge that is poison and that takes additional damage from lightning and see what's going on with the positioning there. It's different than the test server. The test server positioning that we did had the boss attacking our 2 support very easily, and it was an easy boss to do. People are telling me that the boss is now switching to hit your 2 melee up front instead of the 2 ranged in the back that we initially, like his initial target. He's switching now and doing some weird stuff on the live server, which is not cool. So I need to see what's going on. And I need to do my Chief Challenge attacks. I haven't done them. I think we have only 2 days left, so we might as well knock that out. And then tomorrow, I want to play around with some arena. Now that I've got all this gear, let's make some legit arena teams, maybe even gear out some legit 3v3 arena teams and use that new arena gear so if somebody dies, we get a percentage of their attack, and we'll try to take advantage of that. We'll try to set it up so that a high DPSer kind of goes over and nukes as quickly as possible and then could die, but then empowers somebody else in the back to really, you know, nuke the rest of the team. Whether it works or not, I don't know, but we'll try it out. We'll see what we can do. That'll be tomorrow. Today, we're going to do the Chief Challenges, unless we run out of time. We won't, though, because we've got a lot of Chief Challenges we could at least play with, even if we finish 3. All we got to do is 3 this week, 4 next week, and then 5 after that, you know, and so on. So the easiest 3, I guess we could do. And we know the one that takes frost damage is extremely easy. Like super, super easy. You're trying to figure out the Necro vulnerability? Which one is that? Which boss is that? Oh, it looks like a mailbox envelope. I'm just gonna go crazy right here. Look, nope, this isn't gonna work. Okay, I can't do that. Let's try to just go down and around, see what happens. No, that's not gonna work either. Let's go over here. Okay. Oh man, what did I do? Let's go all the way around, square first. Nope. Oh yeah, nope, we can't do that. What is this one? Oh, I got it. There we go. What is the Necro vulnerability one? Which one is that? Is that the Necro, the boss that takes additional damage from Necrosis, or the boss that says Shadow Necrosis? The way they name these bosses and the way that they take damage from different elements, I don't think it's very smart. You should have just given these bosses names, or just name them what they're vulnerable to. Oh, you're talking about vulnerability one. Trying to figure out Necro vulnerability. The one that takes additional damage from Necro. I think that's what you're saying. Okay. Let's get rid of this stamina first, and then we'll go check it out. We've done all the weekly challenges. All right. We'll go collect over here. Then I guess we'll hit up Goblin. I don't know what else I really want to run. Goblin's fine. You know, that's always safe. 126. What did I get score-wise yesterday? 53 million yesterday. And look at all these teams. Look at the damage these teams are doing, guys. Yo, Chitty, how you doing today? Welcome. Night God in the house. Curse for Snow event. What is that? There's a new event? Look at all these teams, though. I'm doing 53 million, and you got people up here with Rook just being disgusting. Get out of here, Rooks. What is this different disparity in damage? It's like you pulled Rook or you didn't pull Rook, and that's it. Kinda, I don't know. It's really RNG, right? It has nothing to do with skill or being able to make team comps or anything else. It's whether you got lucky and pulled a very low and very exclusive legendary hero. Because those heroes have a very different drop rate than others. Any of you guys have a Rook? Oh, we got a new event for our ore. Yeah, this is going to give us our ice ores. 5 and 10. Nice. Did I get a package dropped off? Huh, not sure. All right, so we got to do Grave of Curse. The faster you clear the dungeon, the more points you get. That's a good idea. Let's use our points over there. Uh-oh. It's close. It's close for first place. Every day he's taking me over, and then by the end of the night, I've got a few hundred over that person for first place. Okay, so we've got the Vulture Racing, which we just did a video on that yesterday. We did a 2.5-hour stream on this yesterday. Whatever this is, what is Equipment Lucky Devil Challenge? I have not been participating in that. I haven't been participating in Grave Racing Challenge or Goblin Racing Challenge. That's all kind of external events, right? You come in here, you play around, then you post it on Discord, and it's kind of a different thing altogether, which... Oh yeah, did we get more rewards for winning? Did we win? Oh, no. We lost. So no additional rewards? I thought we got like a, it says, on, oh, it's ongoing still. Today, it's still going on. That's why. I was like, wait a minute. We get losing rewards, but we've got 22 hours for this. And they're not up by that much. Although I can't do that by myself. There's no way I can beat them alone. I would need somebody else to come in But it's reset, right? Nobody's used all their points yet, but that could be said for their team too. So both, we're going to lose. We're going to lose, right? Both sides are starting their new day. We just had reset an hour and a half ago. Unless that team just blew everything they had in the last hour and a half, which I'm sure they didn't, we're going to lose it. Rook is easy mode enabled? It is, really. And Rook does so much damage just everywhere. It's not like it's just the Vortex boss. It doesn't matter what it is. As long as you can put up corrosion. He takes a... Do you remember what he was on the test server? The test server, he did that additional damage per 10,000 corrosion applied to the enemy. Then they nerfed him on live and made it to where he does damage based off of 30,000 corrosion on the enemy. Every interval of 30,000 damage of corrosion that it has, he does that additional damage. Could you imagine if they didn't nerf him? They need to nerf him again, let's be honest. But if they didn't nerf him, those numbers would be up in the billions. JR, what's up, man? You got Rook and 2 Azuls. Easy. Well, you did? Are you trying to get points? You got, who do you have to go with Rook? You have the epic, right? The Rhino kind of epic. Yeah, because I saw your score the other day. Yeah, if you have all those guys. Yeah, Dargo. Yeah, as long as you have Dargo along with Whisk, then you're set, man. You're so set. Yeah, I mean, it's like 15% of your overall points for the season. Pretty easy to set up a Rook team, I think. It's all about the last month of the world. Making all those, let's make 15 teams to fight these bosses every single day, and then spend 12 hours the first day that in-game boss comes out and do nothing else. Yeah, I feel you. I mean, that's what it's all about. And the people who have jobs and other things like that can't compete, for sure. It's true though. Like people who have jobs and family and everything else, when that in-game boss comes out, they can't compete. They don't have time to spend 10 hours day one to do crap like that. Revamp, what's up? Yeah, they really need to reevaluate the in-game process and the beginning game process. The mid-game process is like the only good thing because we're going after a legendary hero. We're fighting those chief challenges, which is fun because they just popped up. But man, the first month, the last month, they need to reevaluate what makes this game fun and keeps people playing. In boss around after we kill him. So much Sandcore. Not just that, they need to let us fight that in boss for a week with one team every single day before we fight him with 6 teams. Right? If you fight him every single day with one team, then it's not a rush. People who have lives, people who have jobs, that one day they make a team and then they can revisit that same day, just like we do right now with the Vortex. You can refight it even after you save your score. So then for 6 or 7 days, you could fight that boss with different teams and just see what works for you. You'll know then what other heroes you need to level up if you're missing out on something because you've had 7 days to fight it with just one team only. And then it goes up to 6 teams for 8 days. And then after 8 days, it goes away. That would be smart. Instead of saying, hey, here's this new boss. Everybody go crazy for 12 hours, make 6 teams that day, critique those 6 teams, see what you need to level up those heroes, make sure you can rank them up, find some new gear if you need to, all in one day. And then you basically rushing that whole period. If it's 6 days or 8 days, however long the boss is alive, you're just rushing to get it done. And only the no-lifers can do well there. Like truly only the no-lifers can do well on that event, which is pretty bad. Same kind of thing for Otherworld when Otherworld starts up, but not truly. See, Otherworld, when Otherworld comes out, we're making multiple teams. Say you want to make anywhere from 13 to 15 teams. You're making all those teams for Otherworld, but you've already had a whole month to get prepared for that. Week 1, you're fighting 3, then you're doing 4 teams, then you're doing 5 and 6 teams. But you've had a whole month to try out a whole bunch of different teams, even to try out multiple ice teams because you can go back and fight that boss. So fighting Otherworld Chief challenges is actually pretty smart. You're able to have a whole month to try things out, get heroes leveled up, and be prepared to have your 13 to 15 teams, right? But that last boss, you don't. No lifers. No lifers out of here. Yeah, keeping them around, I don't know if they need to keep the boss around. I think if they have a good solid 8 days and make it a solid 8 days, make it 4 days to where the boss takes whatever additional damage and then 4 days to where the boss gets harder. That's fine because it's even. You know it's 4 days, you know it's 4 days. But the problem is, like I said, preparing for it. You can't prepare for it because they don't give you anything to get ready for it. If they did that week long of one attack, then we could prepare for it. But they need to make it definitely consistent across all seasons. If the boss is going to be alive for 8 days, it needs to be alive for everybody for 8 days. Having the boss have like a HP bar is really stupid. There's no sense for that. If the boss has an HP bar and then there are really active people on your server, if there are a whole bunch of rooks on your server, right? Whole bunch of rooks on your server killing that boss could actually only be active for 6 days. And then it's 3 days of easy, 3 days of hard, or maybe it's 5 days. Maybe it's 3 days of easy and then 2 days of hard for people. It really needs to be consistent, and I don't see why it wouldn't be. You just have a boss active and alive for 8 days, and then the first 4, he's a little easier, and then the last 4, he has some kind of new mechanic. Simple. You've never played a game that needed 15 teams before. I've never played a game that needed 15 teams at every single day for one event. Now, of course, all of the games we play need 15 teams or even more than 15 teams. Like Raid Shadow Legends, if I go do everything in Raid Shadow Legends for the day, if I'm farming campaign, if I go into Faction Wars, then I go into the Vortex boss, and then I go run Dragons, and I go run, Fire Knight, and then I go do all the other new stuff they have. Yeah, we're playing more than 15 teams, but it's not on one. It's not like playing 15 teams that day on the clan boss or 15 teams that day on, the dragon. You're doing a whole bunch of stuff. You're having fun with a whole bunch of different, very different content, right? This you're making 15 teams for Otherworld, and then you're doing it every single day for what? 20 days? That's time consuming, man. Fighting 15 battles. At least now the bosses are out. You remember when the bosses, we had to wait every hour for the boss to pop up, and it was only 3, and it could not be the 3 you need or the 1 you need, and you're waiting to get that last boss? Or you're fighting that boss, it's only got an hour. You're trying to critique your team, and you're fighting that boss, and then time was running out, and it would go away, and you had to wait for it to come back. Man, that was terrible. Right? He might even die at 3 to 4 days on your server. It could be. Like I said, with the amount of rooks that are out there, the amount of damage that they're doing, these bosses could die really quick. That's why it makes no sense to have an HP bar that it actually dies with, Doesn't make much sense to have that. Redeploy before the end of the fight. You're able to keep fighting him after the time ran out in Season 1. Oh, if you just kept hitting redeploy, you could just keep trying out that same boss, even though it would disappear. Well, I'm glad they fixed it, right? I'm glad they made it to where all the bosses are always active. It just makes sense, It's crazy before. Hey, how come our boy here isn't even doing his ultimate down here at the bottom right? Let's turn him on. We weren't even taking away this dude's buffs. That's pretty wild. Anybody having problems with the bosses this season? I think it's a very poor game design, since we're talking about game design right now, for them to keep ramping up something like Ancient Battlefield. That makes no sense to me. Ancient Battlefield is the hardest dungeon from Season 1, Season 2, Season 3. They keep making it even more difficult. I've done some free-to-play teams that I could beat it with in Season 1, and that I absolutely cannot beat it with now in Season 3. And they keep doing these silly things that you're alienating free to play and low spenders from doing what, you know, just from having a good time. They're not supposed to be doing what whales do, but the whole part of this game is that this stuff is a teeny bit challenging to do depending on what your account has, but you're fighting against other people. And this is where the big disconnect and mistake is with the Dragonheir company, right? They want to make a game to where we're always competing against people and we have leaderboards. But where are the leaderboards? Like right now, this shouldn't be about making Ancient Battlefield difficult. It should be about making Ancient Battlefield the way it was before, decently hard, but still easy for people to compete. And then there should be leaderboards immediately when I go into Ancient Battlefield. And that's where the competition is. That's where people focus and fight against. Immediately when we zone into a dungeon like this, Grave of Curse, it shouldn't just show Grave of Curse. It should show leaderboards. Massive amounts of leaderboards. Leaderboards for people who are doing speed runs, with legendary speed runs, without legendary speed runs, with legendary artifacts, without legendary artifacts. They should be showing the names of the people so they get recognition. And it should be then, I'm trying to, let me pause it. Then you don't have to worry about the difference in people's power of their account or trying to make content difficult. Then you come in here and it's like, okay, I'm coming into Grave of Curse. Let me see what's popping with all of Grave of Curse's leaderboards. I come over here and boom, all I see are the different leaderboards right here, right? Leaderboards. I can see their names. I can see what they're going to win. I can see the time that it lasts for this round of rewards. And it could be first month, second month, last month to keep everybody motivated. And it's all here. None of it's hidden. I don't need to go over here to look at this thing, come over to Glory of Ranking, come over to Dungeon Racing. And this is ended already. Stage 5, Stage 9, these are already done. For the rest of the season, there is no longer any competition when it comes to any of the dungeons. Which, what? That's it? Nothing? You got a game that's based solely on competing with other people, and it doesn't show recognition to people well. It doesn't show you the leaderboards well, and it doesn't give you a sense of, okay, hey, we need to compete right now. This is not about beating this guy with rares and trying to do well with free to play. It's about competing with other people, and there's all different tiers. So you'd show that right here, and that would get people interested, and people would, you know, even people who aren't interested in competing still see it, right? You want to give that recognition to people who do well. That always makes them want to keep playing and spend money. So you show that right here, and then you show the difficulties on the side, and then people can have both worlds, right? They can jump in, do their 9, and they can see everything happening, and they will probably participate then. They'll be like, okay, let me see this. This one, you don't need any legendaries. It's only for rares, and I see what they're doing here. I think I can do well and compete for this round, for this month. Let me try it out. I don't get, man, this game could just be like a million times better. And I feel like it's pretty easy to be a million times better. And a lot of games are like that, right? Specifically, a lot of idle games. Now, I know this isn't an idle game, but a lot of idle games are whenever you go into an area, you see the leaderboards. You see everything happening. You see the rewards. You see why it's worth trying. And motivates people to try, even if they didn't want to. They're just like, oh, well, that's not that bad. I could do this and compete at least in these couple brackets. Let me try that out. I've got to the end of the month. You know, this is the start of the season. 30 days, 30 days, 30 days. Let's try. And it's really cool at the end of the season, because at the end of the season, you're really strong. So maybe by then people will want to do more. We could do YouTube videos on the first month, second month, third month. You'd have a bracket for each dungeon, which is a lot of different brackets. Domains, Goblin. I think that really increase players' engagement and them wanting to keep playing. They'll bump up the tankiness. Pretty soon, all bosses are super tanky and hard to do damage to because a rook. And he still just cuts through them easy like paper. And we're sitting here struggling. We can't even beat a boss anymore. All the rook players are like, nah, man, it's fine. What are you talking about? It's easy. Your server is definitely an exception. They converted, concentrated so many whales here. Oh, really? What server is that? How many what's your vortex look like? I don't know. My vortex looks pretty crazy. It's just all rooks with, what was it, 300 million? 400 million, 300 million, 100, and it's just like all these millions where like the average Joe's getting 30 million to 50 million. It'll be interesting to see what Tencent does. It will be, but how long do you think it's going to take them to first analyze the game, see where it's at, get a lot of feedback? I feel like that's something that you just gotta play it yourself, and you gotta be a gamer. I don't feel like it's, obviously these companies do it, right? These companies know what they're doing. They've played a lot of games, but if I myself took over, I'd never played Dragonheir in my life, and they were like, Stu, we want you to take over, analyze what's going on, see what the player base wants, see what makes sense for us for marketing and for monetization to make money, see what will retain players and all that. I feel like I would need to play it for a good 6 months, you know, to really get into it, or at least a bit, to really know the inner workings of the game. Or at least I'd want to. They could break it down for me. I could play it just because I played a lot of other games and get a feel for it, sure, but you can't really know until you're in there. What's going on with your server? Raz, what's happening, man? What's the highest vortex damage record currently? Maybe like 400 million. Maybe we'll finally get some packs. Well, I mean, that's like day one. I think that's any company. The company's like, hey guys, this is the amount of money we're making right now, and we don't sell any packs. Well, how can we monetize more? What else could we do? That's an easy one, right? Good morning, Boogeyman. What's up, my man? Any issues with Grave of Venom? Grave of Venom. The boss targets your melee. Is that on his... Well, you're on season 2, right? Did you finish season 1? It's different each season, but season 2. Now, season 2, the Harpy did not have any kind of different targeting, did he? On season 3 right now, if you don't have enough debuffs up on the Harpy, it'll target somebody randomly. But I don't think we had that in season 2. 4 orbs. Did the Harpy have 4 orbs in season 2? Did they change season 2? You know what? They might have changed season 3 and then also incorporated that into season 2, which is really weird. Rasp, what's up, my man? So currently in season 3, the Harpy, if she doesn't have two debuffs on her when she does her ultimate, she'll randomly target anybody. Season 2 had 4 orbs? Man, I don't remember. Could you imagine if somebody asked me a question about season like 3 when I'm on season 7? I'm gonna be like, what? I don't know. My Grave of Venom has 20 orbs. I really don't know what's going on right now. Season 2 added the orbs, 3 added the debuffs. Okay, well, in season 2, for every debuff you have up on the little balls, the wisps, that's the fewer times it will assist attack. Still, I think that's what happened in season 2. But I don't remember the Harpy ever going after a random target. I'd have to look at the Harpy's skills, you know? You just unlocked level 90? You should be done. Oh no, season 2 just started for you. Yeah, if you unlock level 90, you're starting to get your epic gear into legendary gear, or if you're going up from 7 to 8 to 9. I'd have to look back through my old videos. I know I did a video on it, I'm sure, talking about the changes to the Harpy, but man, it's so confusing. It is so confusing. Let me, hold on.
May the moonlight cleanse your soul. This is my domain.
The pixie anchors time to test the power of these new weapons.
May the moonlight cleanse your soul.
Oh, because the Ash, you're just blowing it up, blowing everything up. Yo, Nix, what's happening, buddy? Everybody's good. We're on here for the last 30 minutes. We're just burning through my stamina. Then we're gonna go fight some chief challenges if I can slow down and talk. And I was gonna look at the Grave of Venom to see if Grave of Venom was doing anything different last season, season 2, with targeting somebody. I see all my season. Okay, this says season 2 right here. Grave of Venom 6 through 9, new formation, easy. Oh, does Grave of Venom do that targeting to where it targets one person in season 2 and then everybody around them? Is that when Grave of Venom's finished, like switched its targeting? When it does its ultimate, instead of its ultimate doing a cross section that hits the most clumped up group, now it does a cross section that hits that one person in the straight middle and then everybody around them. You kind of like I don't know how to word it. I don't know how to say it to where it kind of localizes right in the center of that one person. I think it did change in season 2. Let me find this. And it doesn't tell you that. Like, it's not a part of its description. They don't tell you how their skills function. Let me go to where I can show you guys my screen really quick. I'm trying to find the... There it is, display. Okay, so this is me from season 2 talking about this boss. And I'm pretty sure now... Yeah. Okay, so now the cross-section attack, the diamond-shaped attack, I don't know what you call it. The one that goes across, right? That attack now, on Season 2, you see where Garius is right here? It's going to target Garius, but it's going to target Garius right in the dead center. So anything 2 squares to north, south, east, and west will be hit. And then right now, Hexandra will be hit from him. But once he moves forward 1, only he will be hit with that cross-section attack. Nobody else will be. And the Harpy won't target anybody else because you see the way that they're spaced? With a cross-section attack from Varesh, nobody else is hit. Because this guy's right here in the back hidden. A cross-section attack on Hexandra, nobody else will be hit because she's positioned perfectly. Sigrid is away from Hexandra. Before, on Season 1, she would hit and a cross-section attack to get the most people in it. So right now, if this was Season 1, it would hit Garius along with these 2 and 1 whole row 3, 1. She would hit actually all 4 of these right now from Season 1. But they changed how that cross-section attack lands. Now, instead of just picking the largest, like placing it on the board, she can't place it on the board in Season 2. She has to place it in the dead center of the person that's the closest to her or the most, grouped up. So she's going to dead center it right on Garius. Oh, look, yeah, I'm giving an example of it in this video by showing. Yeah, exactly like that. By showing it with one of my skills. That's what she does now. Dead center on Garius and then anybody around. So if she did dead center on Hexandra, it wouldn't hit. That's why I have them spaced like this. If she did dead center on Varesh, it wouldn't hit like this. But in Season 1, she didn't do a dead center, a cross-section ability. She would actually move it to wherever she could get the most amount of people. So they changed that up and they didn't explain it to anybody. You won the last red blue challenge? Yeah, it's up on my YouTube, my friend. It's up there from last night. We did the red blue challenge yesterday on stream for 2.5 hours, and then I put a video up on it on YouTube last night around 10 hours ago. It wasn't that long ago because I was up pretty late. To where only your tank got hit by anything too. There were formations, but she didn't do it like this. No, we did plenty of formation to where only your tank would be hit. Or no, we did plenty of formation to where only 2 people would be hit last season, or where we split them up to where we had like on the sides. But she didn't attack like this last season. It was very different. She could place it anywhere she wanted to last season. Season 2, she then did the center right here like this. Which is why we had to change our formation so much from Season 1. Season 1, we always had 2 people hit. Always, no matter what, we had 2 hit with her swipe. Like her feather barrage thing that did this same kind of attack. That's why oftentimes we'd have our tank here. We'd have like one other support on the side, and only those 2 would be hit the whole entire time throughout Season 1. But yeah, this is totally different how they changed it in Season 2. like this. But I don't know if that answers his question, though. Boogeyman could be having a totally different kind of experience with what's going on. Yeah, if he does pull off your tank and starts hitting your melee could kill these orbs and then go into the boss, and then by the time it's there, they're grouped up. They're next to your tank. I'm sure that happens with me all the time when I do that battle, like even right now. But I don't know. I'd have to see a video. If you show me a video on Discord, which I think you might have posted something. Yeah, that still doesn't change the fact of how she was attacking, bro. Doesn't change the fact of how she was attacking with her ultimate ability and how it was not centered in Season 1 and how it is centered in Season 2 and 3. I haven't sat down to make a good rot team yet. You can't do rot 9 yet. You just got to remove those debuffs if you can and heal block if you can. And then if you're strong enough, a lot of times you don't even have to remember, you don't have to worry about a lot of that as well. If you're strong enough, if you have the right heroes. Acelia, she absolutely wrecks in all dungeons. Makes it very, very easy. Let's see if I got some good new mythic piece here. What do I want? I think I have defense percentage. Maybe I want something like enlightenment. Resistance. Okay. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted at all. Okay, yeah, if you post it up there, Boogeyman, we'll give it a check. We'll pull it over here and let everybody look at it and see if we can figure out what's going on there. Give me some yak milk, which I have not really been using this season. I haven't been using a lot of food this season because I have so many legendaries, which is kind of a shame. Usually it's, I wouldn't say it's challenging, but you know, we're trying to use food to get through content sometimes. I guess we could do it. Definitely people will do it on Ancient Battlefield as hard as they've made that. All right, what else do we got to check out? I guess we'll do a little more of this later. Let's get the chief challenges going first. Oh, whoa. I didn't even pay attention to the 2 mythic pieces it just gave me. Now, are these 2 chess pieces? It look like it. 2 chess pieces from Grave of Curse, I would assume. Accuracy, HP, defense. Did I not have a defense percentage yet? Okay. That's what I need. I need a defense percentage would be pretty nice. Okay, no defense percentage. And what is the other piece that we get out of there? What's the other chess piece? This one? Nah. I don't really need that. Like undispellable buffs? Do I need that for anywhere other than something like PvP? Is there somewhere where the boss is taking away buffs? I guess if I got an undispellable buff, then the Ancient Battlefield buff boss couldn't take it off me all the time. Yeah, you said AB too. I mean, if we were going in there and we had to have, like, say I was just getting annoyed because Garius always does that one buff, right? Although I would try to have Garius with a gear that gives him 50% additional healing, 50% additional shield, and I'd have him with the staff. But if I didn't, and I was worried about, he has 100% uptime on a buff, right? He gives himself that hit recovery for 10 seconds every 10 seconds. So the boss is always removing that and getting a stack of increased damage. If I, at a 50% chance, if I wanted to kind of stop some of those stacks, yeah, I guess we could use it there. It could be an option. All right, let's go. Let's fight this boss and see what we've got over here. Flat defense HP, legendary gear from Mythic Gear. I'm with you, but I don't even go in there and talk to them about any of this stuff because I don't know. I don't think it goes anywhere. I don't think it goes to like the team. I don't think our words move anywhere past this content creator chat. And if it does, I don't know, you know, with the transition, right? Now that they've pushed back the mid-anniversary events from April the 30th, we're still getting Starlight Dice increase on April the 30th, yes. But the actual events and all the cool things that are supposed to happen are going to happen in the mid-May, which is next month sometime instead of the 30th. Because they said, because they're doing some kind of turnover with Tencent. If that turnover is actually happening, well, it is. I mean, they're saying it is happening, right? If that's happening, maybe after that, we can start getting some more feedback. I don't know. I don't think so. I just don't. Who knows, man? Who knows? I feel like stuff like that's going to take time before. And who knows if it's really. Maybe they're keeping the core group of everybody who's working on this. Maybe they're not really. Maybe they're not really going to come in and change a lot. I mean, as you know, with marketing and deals, you would think that that would be taken care of right away. That kind of change would be like, yes, we're going to come in with some deals and marketing, and we're going to make those changes immediately. That would be, yes, a no-brainer. I agree, but who really knows? Who knows at this point? Were you trying to give this guy skill haste and enlightenment? Okay, not for any kind of real reason, right? And I did not get an enlightenment piece for that, no. And I didn't get a defense piece for it. I got an HP, I think, yeah. We can roll with some HP. Let's go with some defense. Defense percentage with what? What about enlightenment? Skill haste? Skill haste, yes. Do I have to go with, which one is it? This gear doesn't give us enlightenment and skill haste though. It just gives us enlightenment and attack. Let's go with enlightenment, and then here I can just do anything. It doesn't matter what I get. Defense plus enlightenment substats. Sure. I think I'm cursed. Oh no, I got 2 enlightenments right here. Okay, this is pretty good. I'm trying to make him tanky though as well, so he can take hits from this boss. Wow, 3 hits into enlightenment on that part. We'll take it. Now, the whole thing is, this boss on the test server, we already ran this, right? These 2 guys will run up and do melee to the boss, and the boss always hit these 2 here on the test server, always. Now this boss is cycling from doing his ultimate from these 2 to the 2 melee, and sometimes I think that's it. And then I've heard that he kind of goes back and forth sometimes with the ultimate, that it's really messing up. But on the test server, 100% of the time, always on these 2. No issues. Like, no issues. Getting a critical damage crit piece. Yeah, epic attack percentage chest piece. Absolutely. Yes, we have 1 right now. I've only gotten 1. So right now, I could take an attack percentage epic chest piece and turn it into a legendary of my choosing, right? The type of choosing, and I am too. I'm looking out. Like, I haven't used it yet, but because I don't have a good epic piece right now to do that with. Not a good epic one with crit rate, critical damage, or just crit rate in general. So I'm saving it. But we only have 1 at this point, and we're already at the middle of the season. I'm trying to look at dates anywhere, but we don't have dates. We're already, what, 40 days in? 40 out of 90 days in, and we only have 1 of those to turn an epic into a legendary. And yes, I need it for attack percentage as well. So We should have more of those, is what it comes down to. Definitely need more of those. All right, Estella. We're going to try to make her, I guess, tankier. Not with that. She's not really tanky. I guess we'll try to make her tanky with this. Okay, if she's the one being attacked and everybody else is being attacked as well, let's just make her not even heal for a crazy amount. We won't worry about that component. Let's just worry about making her tanky and give her some enlightenment substats. When she's actually healing, she heals for enough. One hit into enlightenment, one hit, one hit. Okay, that's not bad. Can I get 2 hits, please? Just get lucky. No. Okay, that one's got a lot of defense. Enlightenment here with defense percentage. I'll just go with this. Okay, critical damage that we don't need. Nice. Flat defense. No defense percentage still. I do actually need some more ancestral gear. You know what it might be due to? Whoever has the lowest HP. Maybe that's why the boss is changing. Let me make sure she has really low HP on her. Which would mean taking away this, right? 5,000 HP possibly. Okay, we've got another enlightenment. No. We had an enlightenment. Ah, that was for lightning, not necrosis. Okay, no HP hits, please. $41,000. $36,000. Hold on 1 second. I got a delivery. Fast. They slowly dole them out. Yeah, but I feel like we need some more by now, right? All right, let's see how these shoes look. See if they're not goofy or not. I don't know. I don't know. They don't have enough of the, like, I can't see the contrast of the black and the white as much. Probably because I'm in a dark room. Like the suede part of it, I'm supposed to see the zebra, right? The zebra like pattern that it's got. They are brand new, that's for sure. That's good. And then I gotta see if they fit. Are they the right size? Is this 29? Yeah. I think these came out a couple years ago. They had like some kind of zebra animal line. Even though this doesn't look anything like a zebra. All right. Nice, nice. Let me try these out while we're gaming. Okay, so Estella, she probably has the lowest max HP. This should work for us when we're attacking. I'm going to give him roots. He's probably going to have the highest attack with roots. So he'll get that additional attack from the boss, which is fine. And then we do have a gear set already set up for Enlightenment DPS, I believe. Enlightenment DPS. Which is Enlightenment attack percentage with additional damage. Is there any other gloves that would be really good for somebody with high Enlightenment? Additional 35% damage increase when enemy has decreased defense. I still think that's going to be the best one. Right, it should be. That should be a lot of increased damage. Now, we do have Enlightenment here, which is awesome. Skill haste to 12, cool. Then this would be attack. Don't need the critical damage. He can't even crit, but I think everything is smooth. He's probably looking good now. Save that. Sutha. Sutha is going to be our Witch's Remains.
There's no relevance when discussing my honor.
Yeah, I don't know why they wait so long to give us those and wait so long to give us just a few, you know? Like by the time we need them would be now. Quite a few of them now, you know, or at least start doling them out, like really giving them out right now. Every couple days, every event, they're inside the event. Like, why isn't it inside one of those events we just did? Like the event we're doing right now for Grave of Curse, why aren't there at least one in every single event we do? We'll have to count. Let's count how many we get this whole entire season. And then ask them, why aren't we getting more, you know? All right, Witch's Remains. Sutha's got, what, a 30% chance to crit or 20? I think she has a 30. I think this gear, though, here is not enough for her. 50, 60, 70, 80? Attack or critical damage with crit rate. Nothing? What? My lightning, is this bad? Wow. Critical damage, attack speed, attack speed would be good for her, but I'd like to get her crit rate up more. 30? Okay, that's good. But we'll probably go higher, right? We'll probably get more crit rate than we have right now. At least we'll get closer to 70 if we can. And I think I have a set that can do that. This crit rate goes up by critical damage is going... I guess it's crit rate gloves here is the difference. That's a pretty good chest piece. Now this gear is supposed to be for Amon, where she automatically crits, so that's why we don't have a lot of crit right now. Crit rate. Oh, nice. Whoa, that's beautiful. They finally gave us a Starlight Dice PNG image that looks great. Okay. So now she's up to 61% chance to crit. This would bring us up to well over what we need. This would be good too. Man, can we get some crit and critical damage on this one? Okay, give me the good hits. Crit rate's good. Accuracy. That's actually not bad for what we need right now. All this enlightenment. What is up with that? Let's just replace it. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, we're at 74, so now she's going to crit when she does her moves. And I think it's critical damage gloves, right? Now it doesn't matter what we put on her down here for attack or critical damage, whatever we have. Critical damage goes with our gear set, right? Yep. And we're going to need some accuracy. Actually, she's pretty high. What is she rolling with right now? Resistance? Well, now she's well over crit, but that gives us an attack too. That's a lot. Okay, now we could go back to critical damage gear on her probably. This gives us critical damage attack. 1% more? 2% 2 accuracy? Okay. All right, let's roll it. I think we're going to be okay. Save that. So now we've got him geared, Sutha geared, Estella's okay. Nimbus. Nimbus, our boy. So whenever Nimbus gets a buff, he gets the 50% increase attack, right? So we needed to get some buffs from... Maybe we should be playing Vanny. I don't have Vanny leveled up. I don't know if he's going to get buffs is the issue to get himself that 50% additional attack speed. But to give him more attack speed for his additional hits on his ultimate, let's give him this. This critical damage is all we have right now with attack speed on it. Okay, that was pretty cool. Attack. Crit rate, none. Why am I doing 6? Let's go to 8. All right. This artifact? Yeah, it works. What are you talking about? We get a skill haste increase right away. And I love this artifact. This artifact gives us 20% chance to crit when we do our ultimate for 10 seconds. Like always. It's a guaranteed, you know, as long as you have it maxed out, guaranteed. This is the actual good artifact, I think. If you need that 20% crit rate and then you need that attack speed, I think it's pretty good. The horseshoe gives us additional critical damage, which is nice. But this proccing is, it's a 20% chance to proc and it's not very consistent. And it all, to me, it depends. And I like horseshoe too. Don't get me wrong. Horseshoe is nice. It just depends on how much crit rate I'm going to be able to get right now with gear. So let's see what we've got here. But that 20% chance to proc, I feel like it just doesn't happen that often. You need somebody who's attacking a lot. Somebody like Sutha who's attacking all the time with multiple attacks on her moves. This guy does an insane amount of attacks if he has a whole bunch of attack speed on his ultimate, but he needs it up when he does his ultimate. If he's proccing that way later on, it's not as effective. Emperor's Witches, second DPS. Emperor set. Sutha's got the gloves. That's fine. We can change that out. This doesn't give us a crazy amount of crit rate. 64. We need to give these gloves back to Sutha. Which I believe are critical damage and crit rate. Right. Now. But we can try both and see what does the most, you know? We could just do one run with it, one run without it, and look at his overall damage. He's at 56 right now. So we could go for critical damage gloves if we have decent ones. Problem is we've got no crit rate on any of this stuff, right? Crit rate is 7 on resistance. He does not need accuracy. We're not using witches with him, but let's see. Okay, we didn't even hit anything. Again, nothing. Attack with attack speed or skill haste, I guess. Attack speed. There's attack speed and an attack. That's not bad. What's up with this? 6. Attack speed with skill haste again. Okay, so let's go with this one. Oh, I'm out of coin? Like, really, I'm out of coin right now. I barely even leveled up anything. Wow. I don't know which ones of those I need to keep. Okay, we're getting rich again. Are we? Oh, are we actually getting rich? Time to sell flat stats. I haven't sold any of my legendary yet. I'm kind of just keeping them around just so I can see how many I've actually gotten, you know? But if I did do flat stats, oh, we got quite a few. Yeah. Oh my God, look at those gloves, flat stats. I'm hoarding right now. I'm hoarding. I don't know, man. I'm scared. I'm scared. Okay, attack. Not skill haste. I want attack speed. Okay, attack speed. No, no luck. One more attack speed. There's attack speed. That. Attack percentage and attack speed? Okay, whatever. We're just going to go with it. Let's roll. I think that's everybody. Save, and do we have an attack speed increase? Nah, no, we don't. Sutha doesn't work. She only works in dungeons, and then we can't use him. Where is his leader skill? Dungeons. Everybody's dungeons. Wow, that sucks. Okay, so the main thing is we need to worry about where this boss is going to hit. Before, this boss would always hit, right? You can see that he's targeting Estella. Always has been targeting Estella. She is the main target. She's the one that has two next to her. Like the group of two, so he should do his ultimate there like he did on the test server always. But he's not. Look at this. The test server, it worked perfectly like it should work. His main target is her because she's the closest right now. He keeps doing hits at her. He's then going to pick somebody else who has the highest attack to do his passive with, right? Then he attacks him every 6 seconds, but this is not his basic attack. On the tank, boss tends to ultimate on the tank. There is no tank. So here, with her having the lowest max HP, should be kind of the person that he's attacking. Right now, you can see that he's picking Shaltar for some reason. Like a melee range? No, that's not how their targeting works. Even last season and the season after that, if we had somebody up here first that he was targeting, they should ultimate, just like he did on the test server. We did this fight on the test server multiple times. And he always did like he should. He sat there and fought and attacked. See, you can tell he's centering out. You can tell he's centering on Shaltar. Because you know when he like pauses for it, right? So Shaltar is his target, no matter where I put Shaltar. Check this out. Now, if he has an ability, like some of these bosses will get tripped up if you have somebody that jumps around or does something crazy, like changes kind of target. But you can kind of tell that I think... I feel like he's already changed targets. Like even from the beginning, I feel like he changed targets is the issue. Which should not happen. Here he is hitting Estella. Estella. Again, Estella. Now, switching to Shaltar once he did his... That's what it is. He's changing targets once he does his battle skill. Which is not... it's not a thing that's supposed to happen. So now he's on Shaltar. Let me go a few rotations and see if he sticks to that. I've heard he's jumping kind of back and forth, but I don't think so. I think he's going to stay on Shaltar now. Unless he uses his battle skill and picks another target later on, which doesn't make sense either. But let's get our timing right. So who does... She does... Okay, so we could have him go first, right? And then Sooth is going to pound after, and then he's going to hit after that. This is kind of lame. Let's put Nathaniel in front and see if it changes at all for just whatever reason. Who knows? He's because he's attacking the target with this. No, but on the test server, he attacks. Yeah, he attacks his target. But we could change this easy and see if that hypothesis is correct. We could change this easily by making Nimbus the person with the highest attack for his passive then to attack, and he won't change targets in Nimbus. Which all we got to do is change roots. Right. We see that. Once he did this battle skill, he completely changed off of ranged. No, we slowed it down a minute ago. He was on Estella for 2 hits, and then once he did this battle skill right here, he switched targets by doing that stupid skill. And this battle skill says... Okay, yeah. Maybe because this battle skill, it shouldn't have him switch targets, right? It deals to the enemy the highest attack, marking them for the... Let's see what happens when we do it with Nimbus. Yeah, let's see what happens, though, because if we do Nimbus like that, then his ultimate will hit probably these 2 again because they're the closest at that time, and he's not... Well, it might not. It might... If it's on Nimbus, it might... It's probably going to do the closest then. Targeting is getting really stupid with this compared to the test server. I don't think it's going to matter for our 22 million at all. We're already at 9 million, right? But other people were having issues with this, and it was kind of frustrating because on the test server, he doesn't get off target. He stays where he should stay. But let's see, because on the test server, we had Vanny in the back instead of Nimbus, but we did have Vanny with the highest attack. So with that additional shot, you could clearly see that he was hitting Nathaniel, and then you would see that additional passive shot go over to Vanny. And then when he did his ultimate, he did his ultimate to Nathaniel and Estella. So maybe we give roots to Nimbus, make him have the highest attack, and it will go back to that, possibly. Yeah, I think this is easy 22 million no matter what, right? So let's give this guy that. And just to make it even better, let's see if we have an attack. We do. We have an attack percentage with a lot of crit, which is actually really good. Or do we have that on? Well, let's take that off of him. He doesn't need all that crit. He can go with this one with Enlightenment, which is actually better. And this works out well for him because he's got the Emperor set on. Okay, so we're going to do actually more damage now. Okay, do we have the eyeball leveled up? Damn. I feel like we don't get a lot, man. I don't know why, but I feel like I'm hurting so much with leveling artifacts. And it's probably because I leveled up some legendaries. But could you imagine if you had more? I don't know. I guess I've got a lot of artifacts leveled up, right? Don't we? The sad thing is we can't reset. So if you ever made a mistake and you're like, you know what? It really wasn't wise of me to level up this. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying, like, if you had that situation, or you were like, maybe I shouldn't have leveled this up. You can't reset these. So you're honestly SOL. You're out of luck, right? I feel like we don't have enough to level up artifacts, and then I also feel like that you're just out of luck. Like, this artifact is so good. The Incense Burner is amazing to get that 20-second ultimate down to an 18-second ultimate for so many people to help them out. But maybe they made a mistake and leveled up this artifact because they wanted to try it out this season, and they're not using it now. And artifacts are so powerful. So incredibly powerful. They take away so much from us at the start of the season. The reset. I don't think anybody's still sold on this reset mechanic. Snarl and Whisk. Do they also have... Is that the one that has Zephy in it? No, Zephy's the 20... No, Zephy was that one, right? I think it's Snarl and Zephy. I don't know about Whisk. I don't need that for corrosion, but... I will take Zephy, yes, to make my unkillable team because I have Ogok. And if you don't have Sonarl, which I do, then get him because he is cheating. Dude is like for real cheating. This guy's amazing. Okay, so now our boy in the back should have the highest attack. You see? He's attacking him. And now he threw it to mark him. It's not really changing his target though. See, that's the problem. He shouldn't be changing his basic attack target. The basic attack target should stay on Nathaniel, like all bosses do. And it's got nothing to do with melee. It's got to do with these guys not programming stuff properly, because other bosses do not do this. Basic attack, 2 of them to Nathaniel. Now he's doing that passive ability, and he's switching targets. But now the target is, I guess, Nimbus. Let's see what he does with his ultimate. If his ultimate stays true, it should attack the 2 closest. Like the most closest, which would be the melee, so he's probably going to hit melee again. Because now he's not targeting anything in the back. He switched it completely away from these 2. Which would mean I need to put Nimbus next to Nathaniel for them to keep over there. No, he is. He's doing just like we did on the test server. Which is very strange, right? So somehow, he is still keeping Nathaniel as his main target. Right? Even though I don't think he's hitting him any longer. Yeah, somehow he's keeping Nathaniel as his actual initial main target. Although I believe he's still doing his basic attack to Nimbus right now. Not just the passive attack. I think he's doing his main attack to him. I can't tell who he's main attacking. I can't tell. Like, I don't see damage numbers popping up from the boss. I mean, I see those damage numbers, but as far as... I don't think he has a... I think he's bugged. I don't think he has a basic attack ability. How often is this supposed to hit? Marking them for 6 seconds, during which time the hero will shoot an additional arrow at them when launching a basic attack. Okay, so he's doing a basic attack when he shoots an additional arrow. I think he's bugged. At least now we know how to get the support targeted, just like we did on the test server. And at least now we know why. But look, he's bugged. He's not shooting a basic attack to anybody. He's shooting that passive attack whenever he's supposed to do a basic, but he's not actually firing a basic. So stupid. So really what should be happening is he should be doing damage to Nathaniel on a basic right now. No, not now. Hold on. Wait till you see the arrow fly to Nimbus. Right when you see that arrow fly to Nimbus, you should see Nathaniel taking damage from a basic attack, which he's not. And a lot of content creators have said that all these bosses are kind of bugged and don't do damage like they're supposed to. That's why they're so easy. And it is true. Like some of these bosses really, there's no additional attack going to Nimbus. Going to Nathaniel. There's not. Even if it was a visual bug and we didn't see the arrow flying, we would still see some numbers, right? We would see Nathaniel's HP going down. You see Nathaniel taking damage? I see the ultimate damage being taken, but I don't see any damage to Nathaniel when that passive arrow goes to Nimbus. I think he's bugged up. I don't see him doing his basic attack to Nimbus. That's just an arrow. Oh, you that one is? Oh, I do see that. I do see. He is kind of firing it pretty often, right? Let's see. Should have like a 2-second interval. There's that poison, but that's supposed to be like that poison arrow. If that was the case, we'd see 2 arrows going in Nimbus then. We'd see the basic attack arrow and we'd see the passive arrow for whenever he does a basic attack, he then shoots the person with the highest attack, right? So he's still broken. Like some way he's still broken. He's not doing enough damage. Enough single target damage. If he did want to target Nimbus and wholeheartedly only attack him, then Nimbus would be going down quick. It'd be the basic attack always, and it'd be the passive attack whenever he fires a basic. But you can see he's not taking damage, right? He auto attacks twice on him? Oh, I saw 2 that time. Okay, that time I actually saw 2. I saw the other one fly around to the side like that. Did you see it? Yo, Revamp, what's up, my man? Is he doing 2? See, that time I only see 1. Once I saw another arrow fly out and curve, like a curveball. There was the straight one that was green, and then I saw this curveball one for the first time. Basic attack animation, and it's hitting Nimbus. Now, you see him face him, right? Right after that ultimate, he turned and faced him. There's the basic attack, but where's the follow-up? Where's the follow-up? Okay, now he's marked. Oh, because he wasn't marked. Okay, now he's marked. Ah, I saw it. You see the curveball come in? He's still marked. Come on. Jesus, does this guy ever basic attack or what? Did he just change marked targets? What? Okay, so for that to have happened, he had to have done damage to Shaltar and got a debuff of decrease attack? No, that wouldn't make sense. If he had decrease attack on Shaltar, why would he switch? He got a decrease attack on Nimbus, which dropped his attack low enough that now Shaltar is the highest next attack. So he changed his target to Shaltar, correct? Yeah, I think this boss is messed up too, but I'm pretty sure that's just what happened though. Yeah, so he switched to Shaltar, right? Right? Yeah, because he has the highest attack. But now we're back. Now we're back on as long as we get the ultimate on our 2 support, we're okay. But you can clearly tell that this boss is a little bit messed up, and not only that, he's not doing damage. He's not doing the damage he's supposed to on his basic along with that follow-up. There's no way. 12 stacks on any other boss in Season 1 or Season 2 during this time, not Otherworld, but during this time, 12 stacks, 13 stacks, it would one-shot us. Right? 12, 13 stacks on anybody I fought for Season 2 Chief Challenge, I would be dead. Even Horus was trying to hold out by himself sometimes really, you know, against Urzilis when he had 12 stacks. Like, he would just get one shot. Or at least be low enough that eventually he'd be one shot, maybe at 13 stacks, 14 stacks, but never. Like, this would be game over at 14 stacks. He's barely doing anything. I'm not angry about that. I'm glad people can do well on these Chief Challenges. Again, the game is about working out formations and working out ways to do the most damage you can. Not just getting the 22 million. The game is all about getting the most damage you can to compete against other people. So making this to where it's actually viable for free to play to do well is fine with me. But that's when we go back to where we need to do emphasis now on leaderboards. Like, why can't we have additional leaderboards for this Chief Challenge every week that show somebody getting the highest time for no rares, somebody getting the best damage for having legendaries, no legendaries, no group bonus, you know what I'm saying? For that week, why can't we have all these leaderboards on these bosses so people can then focus on having fun and making different teams if they want to? Obviously, you don't have to. You can come in and play this game, go do your life, do your family, get your 22 million and bounce out. That's fine. But for the people who want to do some other stuff and focus on those leaderboards and keep themselves occupied, they have that option. Well, we got 40. I'm just going to save this and we'll move on to the next boss. Good seasonal mechanics. Yeah, I mean, it would definitely keep people, I think, interested. And it'd be something fun for me right now. Like, if I was looking at the leaderboard and they said, hey, do it without legendaries, we could bounce Sutha out. We could bring somebody else in, like Shurgul, see how high we could get, and then save it. And then maybe at the end of the week, I get some additional Worm Arrow? Because we placed top 10? Maybe? Who knows? Oh, that's right. We get solvent from this, don't we? I forget that we get solvent. I could have done this earlier on and gotten some solvent for my elemental advantage. Okay, who's next? That was easy. Quite easy. Who's another easy one that... Are we having any issues with fire? Obviously, fire and cold, no issues. And necrosis. Somebody said something about necrosis earlier on when I was streaming. They said the vulnerability to necrosis they were having issues with. Now, I don't know if I have necrosis leveled up right now. Enough to do damage to this bad boy. And didn't I need to save... I can't remember the team I used on the test server, but I saved... Did I save Nathaniel for this, or was I just using... Megan? Was I only using Megan to help out here? Well, for me, this is my account. On the test server, we did this with much easier... We didn't use any legendaries on the test server. None. And that's on my video on YouTube. But of course, since I'm doing it for myself here on my main account, yeah, I'm going to use some legendaries. Make this easy. Who else would we bring in? Who else do I have leveled up? We can't bring... Well, we can bring in our boy. He can come in from the side and attack. And if we time his ultimate, he can go kind of like invincibility frame, can't he? I think we can do an iframe and negate this guy's ultimate if we do his ultimate at the same time. Pretty sure, but I'm sure this guy's on a what? $18-second cooldown? Dauntless, pillar. $18 seconds. That's all I have leveled up right now. I don't have anybody else necrosis. Melee. Do I even want to mess with melee? We could bring in Taldi as well as Polta. Liliwanis, but I don't want to bring in summons, plus she's melee. I just don't want to deal with that when we don't need to. Oh, Devrick. We got decreased attack right here. We've got recharge speed penalty, so that 18 seconds won't matter. That's right. Although we're going to have to manual some of our abilities. Decrease attack. And we just give her some resistance and accuracy maybe. We get some heals here. We get some additional small baby heals from her ultimate. We get heals from him. We get heals from him. And I guess that's it. We could bring in Joyce like we did on the test server. That's our really only other option. Adri, knock back the ultimate gauge even more. And double up on slow speed, which we don't need to do. Nah. Adri's not going to bring in enough damage to warrant knocking back the ultimate gauge. Slow speed. Oh, he knocks back the ultimate gauge. Ripekis knocking back. 50% chance to knock back the ultimate gauge, as well as her and Adri. It's too much. Now we'll just leave Ripekis. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just get some gear on this. I'm pretty sure 22 million is not going to be an issue. Defense. See if we got resistance here. Oh, we're running out of coin. That's right. Our coin is low. What about resistance and accuracy? Yeah, she's got it on already. Okay. This one, we don't have an option. I think this is the only defense percentage one we have. Yes. Gloves, though. We've got to have some kind of gloves with both, please. Okay. Get some more damage. Probably hook her up with some Witch's Remains. Defense with accuracy would be pretty nice. Skill haste would be nice too, but I think we're going to slow this guy enough. It's not going to matter. We've got plenty of resistance, and I think we're really good with accuracy. As long as we can find accuracy with resistance, that would help. Come on. Do I have enough gold? Nice. Okay. Perfect. Our girl is set. Attack increase. Nice. Okay, now we just got to set up our DPS and our one support. What are we going to give her? The healing set? Get some additional heals in here? I don't think I have anything set up. Let's go here. Yeah, I don't know if I have enough of this gear, do I? Flat HP or attack? It's based off of her max HP. So if we give her a little bit of this. This is flat HP, but it's all we got. Oh, okay. We have an HP percentage here, which is good. Let's give her 25% additional healing. I think this is good. 25 healing, although the enlightenment doesn't matter to her. And the resistance won't be needed. HP, nothing's leveled up. How about HP percentage? No, and we're poor. We're too poor to mess with any of that. Skill haste? I don't know about that critical damage she just got. She's not being hit. We could do anything with her, but I'm just running out of coin to be able to level things up. Good enough. All right, who's going to be our true DPSers here, though? What? Selling the company? Time to sell legendary gear? No, I just use legendary gear. We gotta stick with it, man. Come on. We need this legendary gear. We need it. All right, let's give this guy some defense. I would like to go for... I mean, he needs accuracy, so... I forget it. Let's just go damage with him. Let's go damage with most of these. Although, let's... In case we don't get Witch's Remains up, let's double up with this. Okay, so who's going to be our highest DPSer on this team right now? Guland? I think so. I think Guland will pull in the most damage. Are we going to go with the Emperor set? Yes. $68. Attack, critical damage. Which one? There's crit rate. Time to sell some legendary gear. Serious, man. Oh. Time to sell some legendary gear. Holy crap. Flat everything on legendary? Okay. Flat. I mean, some of this stuff might... Flat attack might come in handy sometime if I have to use it. Flat HP and defense, not as important to me. Unless it's this kind of set down here. Maybe I'm hard up and I need that 3-piece bonus over worrying about the amount of defense and HP I have. So I'll do it on these attack sets, and we'll do it here on this set. Let's go over to... Oh, we got resistance and accuracy too. Let's go with accuracy, resistance. We can get rid of these lower level ones. Now, accuracy and resistance on these sets probably won't need. But on my support sets, I don't know, maybe. Now the gloves, HP defense flat. Again, for the damage sets, I'm not worried about, but for the support sets, for now, I'll keep it. Okay, we're back up to what, 3.2 mil? Yeah, I still have a few pieces of epic gear. I do. Wait. Am I leveling that up on him? What is this? Resistance? No. What's happening? This critical damage piece is what I was trying to do, right? Replace. Now, Gulen, are we worried about accuracy? Are we trying to... We could steal the boss's turn meter, right, on the battle skill. And we could get up debuffs like decreased attack, which we've already got that going on. Let's see what kind of accuracy we have. If we have some cool substats here. Critical damage. Nothing good there. Skill haste. Hey, what's going on? The new event. Did anyone get the mythic equipment chest, or did it automatically open? It automatically opens for you. Yeah, I missed it. I missed looking at what I got as well, so it just went into my inventory, and I'm still not sure what I got, but I just looked through my stuff. Is this leveled? None of these are leveled. This accuracy, defense, skill haste. Let's just go with it. Oh, we could go with accuracy. Oh, we could go with, yeah. We could go with accuracy for sure now. Well, how much coin do I have? Get the critical damage on him. 202, 237 accuracy. He's got the slingshot on. Nice.
Power is the only law in Siberia.
Quimp. Okay, how many left? We've got 2 more to go. Okay, Emperor set number 2. Would be nice to have some accuracy on this guy so we could get that knockback, but I'm not going to sweat it. I think we're going to get what we need regardless. The damage-wise, right? We're going to get 22 million no matter what, I believe. I mean, we got it on the test server with a lot less. If that's... We need to go with attack on that one. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, Emperor set here, and we've got what attack? I don't think we have really high attack, though. Critical damage, accuracy, converting over, and we got critical damage here. But we've got accuracy substats. We'll see what his damage is. Here, instead of crit rate, let's go with attack. Still not a lot of attack, to be honest. Oh, we could go with the roots. He's got the crown. Okay, now he's got tons of attack. So the Emperor set's definitely going to go off. This guy's got attack gloves. Yeah. Flat attack. This brings his attack up by 576. Critical damage, but we're converting that over to attack. No, we're not. Not on this one. We're converting the accuracy over to attack. So I hope his attack goes up enough to make a difference. We'll see. He's going to be fine. Is he flat attack as well? What's up with all this flat attack? I think I have attack percentage for him. She's not even going to be hit, so it really doesn't matter what rune we put here. So skill haste. Sure. Just that. Let's go back to Zarloth. Let's see if we take this flat attack to attack percentage. No. We don't have an extra one. Okay. Attack percentage there. Let's... Oh. Now, am I going to have to micromanage and decrease attack this boss for its ultimate? Witches remains. 12-5. 12-5. 12-5. 20? She's going to go faster. What? Yeah, let's do 20 is fine. And 20. All right. Here comes our 22 million. Easy peasy. Yeah, that rune's just there for the skill haste. A little extra skill haste, but it's not doing anything for Megan. Megan's not going to take any damage, and there's nothing we could do on the rune there to enhance her healing. She doesn't take advantage of enlightenment or anything, so we'll just leave her like she is. And I'm running out of gold. Like, Oreos, what's up, my man? How you doing today? I'm running out of gold badly. We've had to sell so much, and I'm low. I'm low on all of it. Yeah. Our boy Gooland is tearing it up for sure. Okay, no frost. Well, I thought no frost on Quizishia, but she didn't resist that. Are they exploding and hitting each other? We might have to bring... No, they're not a square with... They're not in range. Quizishia is not close enough to Ripekis to do that additional damage on each other. It's so weird that this resistance that she has, like 300 and something resistance, is not resisting this. Oh well. Yeah, she's not. She just keeps getting hit by it. Well, we don't have 50 additional resistance on our Psyche core. Our elemental advantage. The Lindor yesterday? Hey man, congrats. 2 tanks? He's not a tank. He's doing DPS. He's 20%. He's doing okay. He's all I had leveled up right now. Yeah, I don't have any other Necrosis level. This is it. These are all I got. But he's going to knock back that ultimate gauge, double up on debuffs, and he should do okay damage. Actually, if we had better gear, Ripekis should do okay damage. But he can't take this. He can't take the pain like Quizishia can. That's awesome. I would like to get him. I have so many rally guys. All you need is Lorenthal, right? As long as you have Lorenthal, you're running around with the Lindor, you'll be fine. Honestly, though, I would like to get Filto over the Lindor. How do you guys feel about that? I think Filto is, I don't know if he's more versatile. I kind of feel like he is. If there's 2 targets out there, he's going to do his battle skill. He's going to get rally. He's going to just nuke with his ultimate. And then if I have Lorenthal with Filto, even more damage. So I don't know. I think that's awesome you pulled him. It's not like he's not a Liliwannis. It's not like pulling Liliwannis or pulling, what's another one? I think there's one other exclusive that doesn't get used a lot. Isn't there? I think Liliwannis is... You think Filto's better than... I think he is, actually. I think he's really cool. Filto can do insane damage, even on the Vortex boss. But he's not a wasted exclusive. And then maybe one day you can pull his exclusive artifact and get another copy of him. You're halfway there, man. You got one. You never know. You could get another. You could get lucky and get another one of them. That would be sweet. But I have Liliwannis and I have Amon. And I'm not extremely happy with my 2 exclusives. They're okay. I don't ever use Liliwannis, to be honest with you, unless it's the in-game boss that we fight for 8 days or so. That's the only one I use it on. So I'm really not happy with Liliwannis. Maybe one day when they do some changes to summons, that would be really cool. I doubt it. I doubt we'll see any changes anytime soon. And then my Amon, I'm just playing with this season. You're happy with your Rook? Yeah, Rook's all right. If I had Rook, I'd probably just delete my account and get another, try to go for a different exclusive. Well, we made 22 million, but not like crazy over 22 million, which is kind of sad. Who else? What other exclusive out there just really isn't used a lot? I would like to get Flora. I think Flora still, at any season, is still a great, very strong exclusive. I would like Nesjinka. Nesjinka would be fun to play, not only for damage with any of my Dauntless teams, but also fun in Arena, because she can pounce on somebody right away. And then who else? Who else is out there that's pretty cool? Like if I got Beldel, I would be like, okay, that's, you know, Ice Blast already does so much damage and Girth is so amazing that if I got Beldel, it would be cool. But I don't know, Girthin's so strong. I just feel like I'm getting another one of her, you know? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Summons are crap, right? So if they ever made summons good, then Liliwannis would be pretty sweet. Plus Liliwannis is melee. So that's another negative to that. So you got to work around, you know, you don't always have to work around that, but sometimes you might have to work around that. What's this boss take advantage damage from? We should go do the ice boss, right? Shouldn't worry about this boss, the fire boss. Although we're going to do well on the fire boss, but if we really want to get a lot of damage, obviously it's going to be the ice boss. With Fur Bath, right? Do I not have a... Yeah, we got a team. I don't think they have gear. And this is all we have leveled. Are we able to bring this guy past level 90?
Are you waiting for me to speak?
No. Well, will it matter? You know? Yeah, depending on who Ice is with. The Ice Legendary will give us decreased attack plus shields, but it's not like having Finya. If we have Finya or Flora for Ice, then we're set, right? And for Necrosis, all we have is Tauren, right? That's it. Necrosis needs some love, man. Did we start to put gear on them? Hey, this might be easier than I thought. Although... I don't even care what they have. You know we're going to do damage. Like, whatever. Okay. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm just going to say okay. And hit this button. And I'm sure we're going to get 22 million. What do you guys think? 22 million easy. There we go. Decrease defense. It's time to rock. Give me all those moves. It's like 22 million, and this boss doesn't even have a chance to do one rotation. Does this boss crit that we know? I'm not sure if these bosses crit. Do you see a crit number? If they do, you'll see a crit. You'll see it, you know, pop up, right? Like our numbers do. You'll see yellow. Actually, that's a good question because I haven't really seen that. PvE enemies do not crit. So that one gear where you take 25% less damage is very good. That gear would actually be really good on the dragon that we fight. Because I feel like that dragon does way too much damage. I've got decreased attack on that dragon when it goes up in the air. The whelps come out. I kill the whelps. He comes back down. I've got decreased damage, decreased attack on him even when he comes back in. And then I immediately apply decreased attack on him with Sigrid while he's out the whole entire time doing those 2 AoE moves. The 2 AoE battle skill. And he still wrecks. Compared to all these other bosses, that dragon is ridiculous. Way too overtuned. Because it gave my allies so much more survivability. So you're talking about using Puppeteer or maybe even 2 guys with Puppeteer over using 25% less damage taken. Azul gets killed fairly early on the Necro vulnerability. Is this the boss with the ice? Frost? The Frost melee boss? Yeah, your team was dying. Right. Yeah. It helps out your team. Definitely helps out your team. Well, we're already at 6 stacks at 25 million. So, we just fought that boss, Midnight. The one we were just on. I had Ripekiss along with Quisitia, you know, Zarloth, Gulin, whoever I had. Using that gear on a melee unit might be a good idea. On a melee attacker, 25% less damage taken from the ultimate. That'd be good. But you still don't want. You still want to make sure that people aren't next to each other, so they're not taking additional frost blast damage from that pulsing frost. But yeah, that could help out. Although I didn't see a real issue with my Ripekiss staying alive. We went all the way to time. We went to the full 5 minutes. Is it 5 minutes or 6 minutes? We went to full time, and Ripekiss was still alive at the end, and the only one healing was Megan. So I don't really consider that boss doing a lot of damage. Azul? Yeah, but why is Azul taking so much damage? Do you have somebody else up there next to Azul? Or do you have summons next to Azul? If you have Azul up there by himself, I don't feel like he would be taking a crazy... Maybe. I mean, I had a tank, though. So if you have a tank off to the side and you have Azul off to the other side, you should be okay. Who's summoning for him? Yeah. Who do you have summoning? Are you using Azul and Liliwanas together? Yeah, you're going to get... When we did it on the test server and we had summons coming in, the summons would always get frost and then they'd just obliterate my tank. No matter who my tank was. So if you have a glass cannon DPS up there with summons, they're going to die fast. Everybody's going to die fast. So I had to take out summons. The only summons I could use was Joyce, and Joyce does really well. Joyce is a really good single target damage dealer. You can see that from our Season 1 damage charts. And Joyce stayed back with all of Joyce's summons, so we did a lot of damage with that on the test server. And then we had our tank up there, and we didn't have to worry about the summons running forward. But we did try Zadok. We tried a couple other ones. We tried the rare lizard that does summons and enhances summons. But that little summon, they kept bringing it in, would always run up next to our tank. We couldn't control that, and we'd die. That's probably why Liliwanas isn't good there, right? We always got an exclusive who's not good on the battle that they need to be good on. So since Liliwanas summons, even though she takes out all the summons when she does her ultimate, she still summons undead guys. And then if you want to bring in more undead summons, she's just going to get nuked. She won't survive. I didn't even try to play mine. Like I never even level mine up, to be honest. My Liliwanas is always level 1 until maybe the in-game boss. If we can play test the in-game boss, and I've leveled up a whole lot of other heroes, and she does well, then I'll level her up for those 8 days.
It's not over yet.
Yeah, she eats them pretty often, but it's not going to be often enough. If they come out and stand next to... At least this boss has a hard-hitting, like... At least this boss isn't bugged for its melee attack. That single target attack starting to hit hard. It killed our fur bath at 16 stacks. That's pretty good. Ice Blast just does too much damage. Nerf it. Nerf Rook. Nice. Nerf Ice Blast. %52 from Girth. Man, only 14% from our little man here. 22, 10. That's it. Saved it. 30% AoE. I don't know. Is that good? I think 72 million is pretty on par, right? We were getting like 60 million easily on the test server. Oh yeah, that's right. We can see all of our teams here. We could have gone for the fire team this first week and gotten well over 29 million on that fire boss. And this would look a little bit better. But I already did summons, right? We already did enough summons to easily... All we had to do was 20 additional summons if we just take it easy on these bosses. And we did 40 already. Yeah. I could get 7 million on some of these bosses and still get this legendary with 40 summons. Not too many get 7 million, but a few. A few 11, a few 7, and I could still do it with 40 summons. Just like last season. Pretty simple. Okay, other than this, what do we need to do? We've got the event going on still to tackle Grave of Curse. A few more battles there. We got the Vortex boss to do. Yeah, let's do my Vortex team really quick. That way I can chill. After making all these teams, I can just relax. We've got 6 days till the 30th. I'm just waiting 6 days so we can all do our summons, right? Okay, now I did put the Pioneer set on her, and it was doing really well. Right? We've got the Pioneer set here, and I didn't worry about her enlightenment. She was still doing plenty of healing that we needed to get done. She's taking the nuke. But she's also absorbing damage from everybody else who dies easily, like these two. Right? So that's good. We got him in here with his attack. Tons of attack. Her doing her deal. I think everybody's set up. We got the attack lead instead of defense lead. Let's roll it. We should get 50 to 52 million. That's what we always get, I think. $22 million on each element right now. What? Which ones are you having problems with? Are you not getting 22 million on the Ice Blast one? Or Frost or whatever you're using? I mean, Ice Blast is the best. Did you not have Girth or Bledden or Nord leveled? That's who I used on the test server. We used Nord, Bledden, and Girth, and we got... So you got 22 million on the other two, right? Easily. So now you're trying to do it on Necro. What about Fire? Yeah, but if you're trying to do Necro right now, what about doing Fire, Ice, and Lightning? Did you do Necrosis yet? Necrosis. Dauntless? Fire, Ice, and Lightning. I think those two are the easiest, right? I have good Fire, Ice. Oh, okay. So you're just testing things out for next week. Yeah, okay. I got you. I thought you were trying to get it for this week. Like to try to finish it off. You only have like 2 days left or a day and a half left and you're trying to do that. Okay, so you're good this week. Yeah, next week we need to do one more. And Necrosis is obviously easier. Maybe the Shield one's pretty easy too. If you have a good team, if you have a good rally team or a good Auror team, the Shield one's not bad either. And now that we have those if you have that artifact, or where we don't have to worry about resistance, not artifact, what's it called? The mythical gear. If you have one piece of that mythical gear, we can kind of not worry about resistance on our furthest person back for that shield guy. That should be decent if you have a piece of that. But eventually you're going to have to do Necro anyways, right? We got to do all of them, so we got to find something that works well. And I'm telling you right now, summons don't work well. From all the testing we did on the test server, and that whole stream's up. You know, that stream's up there on my YouTube. And we tried a lot of summons on that boss. And they just would go, the summons would all move forward. If you have Joyce, that's it. Like, Joyce is the best one to use. Really, I kind of think the only one to use. I kind of feel like if you use any other summons besides Joyce, you're just kind of hurting yourself. When did we do that, though? When did we do a live stream where we were going over all the chief challenges, the new ones? Vortex testing, vortex testing. I feel like that's older. Is this season 3 now? Day 13. So day 13, we wouldn't have seen the chief challenges. Why wouldn't I have labeled it like chief challenges? Red blue testing. Oh yeah, right here. These ones right here. No legendary, no Lindari, no Lindaris. But are these from our test server? But I don't think these are from them. I was trying to see the other footage to where we tested. Yeah, these are just 4-minute clips, 3-minute clips. So maybe it's during this one? I'm trying to see the stream to where we actually really tested all of them. It's so weird I don't have it labeled like chief challenges. Without the affinity, 18 million with summons on the Necro weak boss. Now I'm wondering, can you just do summons on the Necro weak boss and not have a tank? Can you summon enough that the summons will run up and keep that boss occupied? No way. I don't think we're going to be able to do that. One of these has to be corrosion testing, shadow testing, vortex testing. Azul aura. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm confused why I didn't put chief challenge. Day 4 grave of curse. Day 5. Day 6. Day massive aura testing. Because we didn't have access to the chief challenges right away. We had to wait till 3 days out to be able to test the chief challenges. So it wasn't immediately when we had access to the test server. Or it wasn't immediately when we went into season 3. It was sometime after that. That's Grave of Rot. It's other bosses. I have no idea. Oh, maybe it's here. I think it's this one. No, this is after. That doesn't make sense. This is after we were testing. Like, this is the shield boss. Yeah, yeah. This is a different day that we were testing him out. So it was before that. Is it the one that says new boss testing? Testing all new bosses? What? Man, am I blind or what? Okay, which one is this? This is that one. We were trying to block the D-bus and we found out we couldn't block the D-bus right away, right? Then we came over to the fire boss. We were doing some stuff here. Right? This is the one where we eventually put Vanny in the back corner and we had like this. We had the boss fire his ultimate over in the left-hand side. I don't know why I'm grabbing my... Oh, you can't see me grabbing my head. Like, there's such a sense of dread on my face right now. Like, something's not going right. On the little StewGaming face right there. Right here, right here. Like, I'm like, what's happening? What? Why? I'm so serious. Okay, so that boss, we took him down. Then we went over to this. This is the one. So we were trying out different summons on this boss. Adree to knock back the ult. Hey, with your summons, are you using somebody like Adree to knock back the ultimate gauge? We tried, look, we've got all these summons. We've got Joyce, right? We tried Joyce from the beginning. And Zadok and Joyce down there on the side again. But these summons were just messing us up. We were trying to do a healer tank. So we were doing a healing tank of Nathaniel right there, right? But these stupid little dudes would run up and kill our Nathaniel. There they go. They run up and they get Frost and they kill our Nathaniel. And then we eventually had him with, on the far side, still a summon. You can see a skeleton right next to him with Frost on. Stupid skeleton. We brought in this little rare, which would empower, which would make our Joyce stronger, right? Any buffs that the Joyce's summons get, Joyce gets. This person increases their attack speed along with their attack, so that was really cool, this rare. But every 6 attacks, the rare summons a like 1 or 2 skeletons. 1, I think. And there they are, messing everything up. It was cool to make Joyce hit harder. I liked it. But they were being really dumb. Okay, then we were just talking about options to take out the summoners because we were realizing summons just aren't good. And we were talking about all these different options for ranged attack. And then I think we tried maybe some melee stuff. There's Devrick trying to pop in there. Irma, Zadok, Zarloth, Joyce, and Megan. You're using all those summons. Who's tanking for you? Oh, you're using Irma as a tank. And you're getting 18 million. I would just roll with Joyce, Megan, Zarloth, and Irma. Take away Zadok and bring in somebody else that's ranged. Are you tanking or a tank? No, you're tanking with Irma. So Megan's healing Irma. Irma's doing damage reduction, right? And tanking. So you just got to replace Zadok. If Zadok's minions are going up and causing Irma to die, then I don't know if you're getting a lot of damage. You should get a lot of damage from Joyce and Zarloth. That's who we used, right? I mean, we got over 22 million, just barely, and our people were dying. And you've got Irma as a tank. This isn't a good example of setup. Oh well, we'd have to go back to the main live server where I'm on right now and show you what I just ran. But setting them up like this without Zadok is great. And then you've got your Irma over to the side. You've got your Megan over here doing some stuff. 50 to 55. Nice. I'll save that. And it could be, you know, of course, it could be gear based as well. Devrick would be nice, right? If you don't have attack down, that'll help you last longer. Although Devrick is very RNG to get that. Still an option, though. Still an option, but it's very RNG. Devrick, man, I wish they would increase his... I think it's like a 60 or a 50% chance whenever he does his ultimate with those 3 hits. But for some reason, I'm always missing it. It's cool that he can remove stuff, too, with his attacks. I mean, I like Devrick. He does good damage. I've always used them. I've got them scrolled. I've used them quite a few seasons. She takes the whole 5 minutes? Okay, so if she doesn't die and she takes the whole 5 minutes, then you just need to worry about somebody to do the most damage you can do. That's great. So you're not worried about survivability. Once you're to that point to where you don't have to worry about surviving, then you just go all out DPS. Since everybody else is a glass cannon, they're not going to be attacked. You got nothing to worry about. You just need to find the people that can do the most damage. And if I can find a way to get over here. I can't even use that same team though. Yeah, you just got to find the people that can do the most damage on here. Single target damage, Joyce, and then whatever else you have on your team. I don't know. Whoever's not pulling their weight, I guess you got to, you know, nix them. Or put better gear, right? Better gear with gloves. Try to use the Emperor set with high attack. Your artifacts, you know, whatever artifact you can level up for next week and the following weeks to do some more damage. All of that stuff. That's cool that Irma isn't dying. Did I ever get Irma or am I still missing her? I thought I have every single epic now. I thought. I was missing Zarloth and Nathaniel for the longest time. And I finally picked those up last season. Season 1, I was missing Cypherus for quite a long time. Nothing's grayed out, right? Oh, we got the 99-cent Epic Selector box coming in the middle of next month now. It's not going to be coming on April the 30th with our chance to get legendaries from Starlight. But eventually, remember they kept saying that that 99-cent Epic Selector box was coming whenever they had this big event. And now they pushed that back to the middle of next month. But it's supposed to happen then. So if you're missing somebody, you still don't have Zarloth? Yeah, I was missing him for a long time. Yeah, I got Irma.
Even the best warriors need rest.
30% chance to recharge the hero's ultimate energy by 5% when taking damage. Okay, so we get to our ultimate pretty often, right? Control immunity and damage reduction. Hit recovery. Now, this is board-wide damage reduction, right? It shows her doing damage. How come this girl is doing damage and giving control immunity and damage reduction for 10 seconds? And then the legendary... What? Is it lightning? Oh, she's lightning. And then the legendary that's just like her... Control, oh, defense up too. I'd rather have 30% less damage taken than increased defense too, wouldn't you? Control immunity to everybody, defense up, whole board. She's a rock star? She does the whole board, right? She's only doing damage around her, but she still gives control immunity and damage reduction to everyone. 30% damage reduction or defense up. This lady, this legendary does no damage on this ability. At least Irma is doing damage. Why do they make that other legendary so bad? She's doing damage based off of defense too. 740% of defense necro damage around her. Control immunity damage reduction. I'd much rather have damage reduction than increased defense. It's only around her? Are you sure? I think, no. When it shows something like this, this is the defense part of it. And usually when it says, oh, it does say enemies within range. Deals to enemies with, no, and control immunity to all allies within range. Oh, it does say within range. You're right. It says within range on this one. So in that regard, they should have made the legendary do damage around it and then cover everybody on the whole board. She is covering everybody on the whole board, but she's missing the damage component. And it's a legendary. Like, if you want to take an epic version of something and then increase it to a legendary version, you don't, like, take away things. She's hitting the whole board. That's her advantage, right? Irma has to do it around her. She's doing the whole entire board. But where's her damage around her? And I'd much rather have damage reduction at 30%. Stupid legendaries. Season 1 against the Lindor boss? Yeah, it sounds good. I mean, damage reduction is extremely strong, and blocking those debuffs, control immunity is strong too. You just have to be around her, just like we have to be around Furbath to take advantage of all the amazing healing that he does, which is fine because they're so strong that it warrants that we have to be around it, right? But the legendary versions of those are better. Just like Garius. Garius is too strong to do board-wide healing. He should do healing around him. That would make Garius fair. And then you should have a legendary version that operates like Garius, is what should really happen. It's awesome that we have this guy that's so strong. Really, truly. This guy's amazing. But honestly, he should probably do healing a little bit less than this. Even if they took away that last row and this last row, it would still be something to kind of limit what he does instead of like the whole entire damn board to bring him in line. And then you could have a legendary version of him hitting the whole entire board. But let's not mess with Garius, right? Let's not mess with Furbath. They're both amazing. We need them in the game. We need them for players to be able to do well in all seasons. So let's not mess with those two. 39,000. What am I going to do? What are you guys doing with your points now? I could bring up, what is this, resistance? Okay, I don't really feel like I need to bring up resistance right away. I don't care about this HP percentage, to be honest, right now. I guess I'll just go here. Oh, no. I can just go straight to the big ones. Oh, I could do damage reduction for my Vortex teams. I guess I should go for these right here. The damage bonuses. Withered and Fuddled? Is that what that is? Fuddled? I'm going to look this up. Fuddled meaning. What the hell is fuddled?
Fuddled. Fuddled.
That's fuddled. Confused or stupefied, especially as a result of drinking alcohol. So confused or stupefied result from drinking alcohol is going to increase our critical damage by 30%. What? Oxford languages. Stupefied. Fuddled drinkers spilt their brandy and slid beneath the table. Okay. Need a legendary upgrade for Sig? Man, she'd blast the whole entire board and kill everything. What do you mean? A legendary upgrade for Sigrid would just be a Sigrid. Would just be a new hero named something different than Sigrid, but doing exactly what she does, and she's just a legendary in a different affinity. Like if you brought in an Ice Sigrid and you named her Siggy, do the same exact thing, and she's definitely okay being a legendary. How you doing today? What's up? I'm doing well. How you doing? Rick Isawa, my man, over there streaming all the time. He said I'm living the dream over here in Japan. Actually, Rick, I was about to jump off. Are you streaming right now? We did all my chief challenges. We've been on for 2 hours and 13 minutes. I'm going to get some lunch and work on something. Yesterday, I watched Parasite the Grey. I don't know if you guys watched the original, the Parasite anime back in the day, but Parasite the Grey is a new live-action movie that Netflix came out with. I didn't think I was going to like it, but, I thought it was okay. Something to pass the time. 6 episodes, and it ended with the main guy from that anime introducing himself at the very end, which I thought was pretty cool. But there's a lot better stuff that I've seen lately, and I'm trying to think of anything that I need to catch up on my watch list. You guys got anything that you've seen lately that came out that's really good? I could definitely use something really good to watch. I did watch this movie called Something with a Devil, and I thought it was actually pretty cool. It's supposed to be a horror movie, but really there's very little horror or gore or anything like that. I just thought it was a kind of a cool setup. Late Night with the Devil or something. It's actually pretty sweet. Let's see, Twitch Gaming. Good things about The Gentleman. The Gentleman. I did watch The Gentleman. I watched all the episodes. And again, that was another show that I didn't think I was really going to enjoy that much. But I thought it was pretty good. Although I think that guy's brother is stupid and I would kill him myself. Other than that, It was cool. Much better than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, so if you want something to watch The Gentleman, get it into a couple episodes so you really get to go past some of the annoying stuff in the beginning. Is that spiders or just spiders on Amazon? Spiders of the Amazon? No. What is that? What is spitters? Spides. Amazon. I've never even heard this series. Spidus. What in the hell is that? Are you talking about this right here? What is that? That thing in the back looks like Species. Remember the Species lady with the hair and the tentacles, and she's always trying to have sex with men and run around naked? It's filmed in English because I got to be honest, man. I really do not like foreign films. They're not my favorite, especially if you can really tell a coma without any memory of what's taken mysterious drugs. Meanwhile, Detective Lionheart and his partner are hunting down the drug in relation to dozens of missing teens. And it was pretty good. Yeah, you guys know this show? Okay, maybe. There's a few of these. Species. Yeah, Species has a lot. I'm just saying that's what that looked like. Species has a lot of different Species movies. So many. Yeah, I never heard of this either. So I'll give it an episode, I guess, and see if I can handle it or not. It looks kind of low budget too, so I don't know. We'll see. It's the only recommendation I got, so maybe I'll try to fit it in. We'll see about that. Okay. All right, let's go raid Rick. Yeah, I think he's on right now. Everybody have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for joining me. I will be back tomorrow. I want to get into some arena tomorrow. I want to set up all my teams. I've got a lot of gear, a lot of the gloves that do additional damage when somebody dies. You know, we get that attack. I want to set up my regular arena team. I want to set up my 3v3 arena teams, and we'll do that all tomorrow at the same time. And if you're not playing Dragonheir Silent Gods, download it with the link down below. Come and join us over there. You can download it on Steam. You can download it on your mobile device. And then join my Discord. My Discord is down below as well. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let me see if I can hear him. Oh, yeah, I can.